Again!
Surprise today. Let me start off by apologizing to everyone whose trust I abused. Let me make it bigger for you guys so you guys can see. There you go. That's better. I'll start again. Sorry, guys. Quote, hello, everybody. So I may have given a lot of people a surprise today. Let me start off by apologizing to everyone whose trust I abused. I apologize to my parents for saying I had an interview without specifying it was for Most Wanted. Good joke, buddy. I apologize to my colleagues and students for saying I had a personal emergency. By the time anyone reads this, I probably most certainly do need to go to the ER, but can hardly call that not a self-inflicted status. Well, he didn't get shot. I apologize to all the people I traveled next to, all the workers who handle my luggage, and all the other non-targeted people at the hotel who I put in danger simply by being near. I apologize to everyone who was abused and or murdered before this, to all those who suffered before I was able to attempt this, to all who may still suffer after, regardless of my success or failure. I don't expect forgiveness, but if I could have seen any other way to get this close, I would have taken it. Again, my sincere apologies. On to why I did any of this. I am a citizen of the United States of America. What my representatives do reflects on me. And I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. Well, to be completely honest, I was no longer willing a long time ago, but this is the first real opportunity I've had to do something about it. While I'm discussing this, I'll also go over my expected rules of engagement. Probably in a terrible format, but I'm not military, so too bad. Administration officials, not including Mr. Patel, they are targets prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. Now, let's go ahead and go through this real quick for you guys, okay? Who is he talking about exactly? Well, obviously at the top of the totem pole is going to be Donald Trump. Next is going to be J.D. Vance, right? We're going to go through the line of succession. Next is going to be, oh my God. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you're haven't slept. Mike Johnson, okay? Speaker of the House, okay? And for those that don't know, the Speaker of the House is the third in line. So if the president and the vice president were killed, God forbid, the Speaker of the House becomes President of the United States. Also in attendance was Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War, aka Secretary of Defense. He changed the name, interestingly enough. Also was McCullen, DHS Secretary, or Mullins, I'm sorry. DHS Secretary. He just got appointed. Mark Wayne Mullen, this guy. He took Kristi Noem's spot. Todd Blanche. Okay. He's the acting attorney general right now. Took Pam Bondi's spot. And Kash Patel was in attendance, but apparently he wouldn't have gotten shot if given a chance. Okay. So these are some of the people, the high profile. Oh, Marco Rubio, I think, was there too. Secretary of State. Okay. I'm sure Ratcliffe was probably there too, director of the CIA. I'm not 100% sure if he was there, but I'm going to assume he was there because the last time Obama did one of these, the director of CIA was there when they were doing the Osama bin Laden raid. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? 13 years ago, during the White House Correspondence dinner that Obama had, that was when they were basically running that operation to kill Osama bin Laden. And the director of the CIA was there at the time. But anyway, these were some of the heavy hitters. Obviously, Trump, Vance, Mike Johnson, Pete Hegseth, Mark Wayne Mullen, who just became Secretary of DHS recently, Todd Blanche, who's the acting Attorney General. He's probably going to get the job. Kash Patel, Director of the FBI. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. And obviously, I think John Ratcliffe was there. I'm not 100% sure if he was there. I'm going to assume he was there because the last CIA director was there during something similar. But anyway, so these were some of the heavy hitters that were there that he's talking about. Secret Service, they are targets only if necessary and to be incapacitated non-lethally if possible, a.k.a. I hope they're wearing body armor because center mass with shotguns messes up people up who aren't. Now, bro just admitted 2 felonies right here, okay? The felonies are these. Actually, So 2 main crimes. 18 USC 111, okay, impeding or a federal law enforcement officer. And then the other one, which they haven't charged them with yet, is 18 USC 1751. Okay. Now this is the this one is a pretty big one. This is presidential and presidential staff kidnapping and penalties. Whoever, tries to kill or attempts to kill the president, vice president, etc., he's probably going to get 2 counts of this because he's going to get one for the president and then one for the vice president. Right? So that's a charge. He also got hit with this one. 1924. I think 1924C, if I'm not mistaken. 18 U.S.C. 1924C. No. For the purpose of prosecuting otherwise. No, man. Commission of crime with gun. (924C). Excuse me. Oh my God. Sorry, chat. Imposes strict federal mandatory minimum sentences added consecutively for underlying charges for using, carrying, or possessing a firearm and furtherance of a federal crime of violence. Okay, so these 3 crimes, I'm almost, I know for certain he's going to get hit with this, 111. He's definitely going to get hit with 1751, and he's going to get hit with 924C. And this was actually confirmed by the USA.
The Metropolitan Police Department Chief Carroll.
This is the mayor of D.C.
To provide a law enforcement.
There was an defendant is.
This is the United States Attorney for the D.C. District of Columbia for Washington, D.C. Okay.
Being charged.
And I will tell you, we will continue.
Attorney. Right now, the defendant is being charged with 2 counts, 924C, using a firearm during a crime of violence.
So, boom.
And a second crime under 111, which is on a federal officer.
And he basically admitted this in his manifesto like a ass because he said, oh, you guys better wear a vest. And then here he's admitting that he's gonna kill administration officials. Now, mind you, I will be fair here. They did not have the manifesto when she did this press conference. They had not had the manifesto yet. So this is gonna add in this one right here, 1751. This is probably the most serious charge, to be honest with you guys. 18 U.S.C. 1751. And obviously it's gonna go federal.
Using a dangerous weapon. Now, as you all know.
So let's go back here. And this is also a presidentially appointed position, United States Attorney. She's the top AUSA, or the top prosecutor, for the District of Columbia. Okay, back to manifesto. Hotel security, not targets if at all possible, AK unless they shoot at me. Capital E, same as hotel security. National Guard, same as hotel security. Hotel employees, not targets at all. Guests, not targets at all. In order to minimize casualties, I will also be using buckshot rather than slugs, less penetration through walls. Yeah, this is stupid because buckshot literally spreads out and can hurt more people, but he's a liberal. They don't know anything about guns, right? And he's from LA. I would still go through most everyone here to get to the targets if we're absolutely necessary on the basis that most people chose to attend a speech by a pedophile, rapist, and traitor and are thus complicit. But I really hope it doesn't come to that. So bro went ahead and made all the arguments already. So let's go through this. Rebuttal objections. Objection 1. As a Christian, you should turn the other cheek. Rebuttal. Turning the other cheek is for when you yourself are oppressed. I'm not the person in a detention camp. I'm not the fisherman executed without trial. I'm not a school kid blown up or a child starved or a teenage girl abused by the many criminals in this administration. So this right here, who's he referring to, chat? He's referring to Palestinians in the Israeli jails. Or no, the ICE facilities. I think the ICE facilities, excuse me. He's referring to the ICE facilities more than likely. The fishermen executed without trial, those are the people that were blowing up with kinetic strikes. That were selling drugs or moving drugs. Turn the other cheek when someone else is oppressed is not Christian behavior. It is complicity in the oppressor's claims. Objection 2. This is not a convenient time for you to do this. Rebuttal. I need whoever thinks this to way to take a couple minutes and realize that the world isn't about them. Do you think that when I see someone raped or murdered or abused, I should walk on by because it would be inconvenient for people who aren't the victim? This was the best timing and chance of success I could come up with. Rebuttal, objection 3. You didn't get them all. Rebuttal, got to start somewhere. Objection 4. He didn't get anybody. Bro failed completely. Objection 4. As a half black, half white person, you shouldn't be the one doing this. Rebuttal, I don't see anyone else picking up the slack. You know, it's kind of funny because this already tells you the audience he's writing this to. He's writing this to like far left. Objection 5, because as you guys know with liberals, race politics is everything for them. It's completely everything for them. Objection 5, yield unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Rebuttal, the United States of America are ruled by the law, not by any one or several people. Insofar as representatives and judges do not follow the law, no one is required to yield them anything so unlawfully ordered. I would also like to extend my appreciation to a great many people since I will not be likely to be able to talk with them again unless the Secret Service is astoundingly incompetent. Thank you to my family, both personal and church, for your love over these 31 years. Thank you to my friends for your companionship over many years. Thank you to my colleagues over many jobs for your positivity and professionalism. Thank you to my students for your enthusiasm and love of learning. For those of you that don't know, this guy was a teacher and also a tutor. Guy's a little bit of a whack job. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Not, here, we'll go. Here he is. This is him when he got arrested. Okay. I think he has an Indian wife, if I'm not mistaken. Educated, right? But still an idiot. Sincerely, and he literally signed it this way, Cold Force, Friendly Federal. Yeah, this guy's cooked. P.S. Okay, now that all the sappy stuff is done, what the hell is the Secret Service doing? Sorry, gonna rant a bit and drop the formal tone. So apparently he got to the hotel and he had to write a P.S. Like I expected, security cameras at every bend, bugged hotel rooms, armed agents every 10 feet, metal detectors out the woozah. What I got, who knows, maybe they're pranking me, is nothing. No security, not in transport, not in the hotel, not in the event. Like the one thing that I immediately noticed walking into the hotel is the sense of arrogance. I walk in with multiple weapons, and not a single person there considers the possibility that I could be a threat. The security at the event is all outside, focused on protesters and current arrivals, because apparently no one thought about what happens if someone checks in the day before. Like, this level of incompetence is insane, and I very sincerely hope it's corrected by the time this country gets actually competent leadership again. Like, if I was an Iranian agent instead of an American citizen, I could have brought Meduse in here, and no one would have noticed shit. Actually insane. Oh, and if anyone is curious, is how doing something like this feels. A lot of typos here, so I just read it for you guys so it sounds better. It's awful. I want to throw up. I want to cry for all the things I wanted to do and never will, for all the people whose trust this betrays. I experience rage thinking about everything this administration has done. Can't really recommend it. Stay in school, kids. And this comes from the New York Post. Thank you so much from Vasta Falls. I appreciate you. So as y'all can see, this guy's a nut job. Okay, nut job, having arguments with himself. He has no problem with incriminating himself to be able to justify his actions to his potential, I guess, peers who are all leftist idiots. But I digress. Anyway, let's go and see what these guys are talking about.
Going to happen with
about the Donald that basically motivated Trump to run for president.
and the other comedian. What was the other comedian that said?
Okay, let's go. Let's see what we saw. This.
Katie, when you look back at this, what is the one thing that you are going? What was the image or the one thing that you're going to live with?
Just remember, hearing the gunshots. And
Okay, so he's still covering that with her.
Forbid something happens to the kids, God forbid something happens to her, because you can't sit here and say, oh, Todd, ain't nothing going to happen to her kids. Are you sure? Like, these people are nuts, like beyond nuts. Like,
Hey guys, do me a favor. I hate being on JTube, but we're here anyway. So give me a smash, like the video for me.